So far, things are a little bit green out there, and it's perfect timing for Hackers Live Trading. So, guys, I got the team here with me. We've got a couple of longs, we've got a couple of ultimate resistance, and Panda is screaming breakouts here. So, let's go. Guys, and remember, as always, hit the like, hit the bell, hit the subscribe. Now, this is Hackers Live Trading. We generally do this most Saturdays. Okay, so if you chilling on the weekend and you're looking for some action, we do a little bit of DGen things here on the weekend, and we normally bring quite a lot of the team. Here's one of them, the Muscles, and he's got straight to hell. It must be Shorty that he's looking at here. We got Panda. He's vaping. There was a dog on his lap just now. Fuck knows what's going on here. Maybe some kind of explosive long. And then we got 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏
validated today. Yeah,
looking good. So, guys, we're going to jump in. The whole idea here for live trading is to try and do some dumb shit together. Obviously, hopefully, successfully, and we're looking for a bit of action. And it's quite a relaxed environment. So these are two of the traders in the Chart Hackers Discord, and we're gonna just get cracking out the gates here. I think overall, I'm seeing a couple of good performers this weekend. We've had some that are sitting quietly. Sol, for example, ETH, for example, been pretty quiet for the last 24 hours, give or take, but Virtual has been an absolute printer. So let's go out the gates with sentiment here before we look at Bitcoin. Let's go. Panda, what are you on this weekend? What's your plan?
Popcorn effect for the weekend. We're going to be seeing a lot of different tokens pumping and doing their thing, and then followed by a pullback during the week. I think this is a mini trap for now.
Sounds like a regular Saturday, regular Sunday. Jay?
But it's a nice popcorn effect. I'll give you that.
For BTC, I would love to see 13,200 straight into that 786 and trend, and VWAPs. For me, that's going to be just great. And then we'll have a bit of a pullback, as the same as Panda as of next week,
So what are you saying? 113 you're looking at on BTC?
Yeah, 113,257 to be exact. Somewhere into that VWAP, that anchor VWAP. That's going to be great, from the all-time.
Okay, we're going to bang that out now. We're going to look at BTC. This is Banter Bubbles on the 1 hour. Now, James actually gave me this idea. He was like, Aster's going really nicely. And I pulled out the 4 hour and it wasn't moving. And he's like, no, we're tracking momentum.
We're not trying to do 4 hours on the week.
There we go. Okay, so here's the 1 hour. The best I can do is give you a 1 hour and talk shit about 𝗲𝗃𝗀. But on the 1 hour, Zcash is waking up. Virtual's rolling over a little bit. We got to talk about this. I've been laddering out of that position, and I've actually started a short in what looks to be quite a big area. Dupe is doing things as well, and Panda screaming H-bar possible breakout. Do we need to go straight into H-bar before I talk about Bitcoin here, Panda?
I'm monitoring the 15 while you talk. I think once we clean this VWAP, it will trigger along.
Okay, so jump in when you're ready. If you see something happening, just give us a shout here, guys. So let's cover BTC. Then we're gonna update Virtual. I've got a couple of setups that I'm still watching. We're looking at Pump as well, and the boys are obviously gonna unleash things. And also, we've really got to cover this 4 hour RSI heat map casino that we've been having so much fun with over the last couple of days, and I think we're getting into a little groove on these things, and I think we're starting to figure out how to play these things with excellence. Okay, it is working out pretty nicely. Where's Panda gone? There he is. Okay, he's back.
Went to grab my vape.
Okay, he's got to get his reload. Why don't you get the dog? Put the dog in your lap as well. Just get the cat. You know what I mean? Just do. Don't forget about the cats. Don't forget about the puppy.
I love these Saturday sessions, man. I love it. For real.
Okay, let's go. BTC by KDA. That sounds bullish as well. I wonder when that thing's going to explode again so we can actually short it properly. But here's BTC. Let's talk about this. So we've had a nice grind. Okay, we had a sell-off yesterday, and I've been speaking a lot over the last couple of days about just tracking this bull zone. Now, what is the bull zone for me? The bull zone for me is generally a combination of the VWAP, the 382, the 0.5, and you generally can throw in a couple of lower time frame order blocks in these types of zones. I don't have one here at the moment on the 2 hour, but what you're going to see today is a lot of these altcoins dropped into these bull zones over the last couple of days. And this is our VWAP bounce here on BTC off that 382. So just in terms of levels here, what are we watching right now? So we got 109,900. You can see this is going to be our main support that we're going to track. And if this is going to stay relatively bullish, then we are looking for this VWAP to hold. So at some point, this VWAP is going to keep climbing. And as long as we kind of pinging off this thing, we can carry on playing the game and we can start longing these types of regions as long as we stick to a couple of basic rules. And the rules are obviously, you want to see confluence in those zones. You want to see combinations of fibs, order blocks, VWAPs, things like that, just to give you a little bit more confidence to take those trades. Okay, so 109,900, that is the big one for me. And then you heard Jay talking about some upside zones here for BTC. And I must say, like, there's a couple of really juicy areas here for me, and they were really nicely stacked together just the other day. This was on Tuesday. We had a beautiful area here that really told me with confidence that 114K was going to be a great rejection zone. Now, obviously, we've had the drop and we've had the move higher, and you can see our VWAP is actually starting to drop a little bit lower over here. So this is our VWAP bringing in, just bringing in a little bit more downside. Then we've got our 786 at 113,280 here, and we've got our 50-day MA at 114. So we know, okay, immediately you can see this whole region over here is a typical rejection zone. It's a typical danger zone here on BTC. So I'm not going to be too greedy with exactly where it's going to hit, but I know this region is a trouble zone. So if we start grinding into this region in the next, over the next, say, 12, 24 hours, I can say pretty confidently that we should be getting some kind of reversal in that zone. And that is kind of what we're going to look for also with these alts, these corresponding altcoins. So you're going to see a lot of these altcoins are sitting at resistance at the moment. And if Bitcoin does start popping a little bit higher, you might find a situation where some of these alts just push just to those next levels. And if you are going to be looking at some of the shorts we're going to give you, I just want you to be prepped in case we go a little bit higher so we can add in to some of those. Okay, so upside resistance zone 114 down to this VWAP is at 112,830. Now, it depends on which chart you're looking at. Obviously, the VWAP is going to be slightly different on some of the charts, but you can see that is your general short zone. So we keep it pretty simple. You're looking for longs from down here, so it's going to look something like that. Okay, so possible bounce longs from down there on BTC, and you're looking for possible shorts somewhere in that region as well. Okay, so a little bit of ping pong action here this weekend. And look, if we pump hard on a weekend, the harder we pump, the more excited I get that we are going to get some kind of sell-off and things like that. But it doesn't mean we can't enjoy it right now. Now, Albert says short virtual cash grab. I think we need to short virtual. That thing's been an absolute pumper. And James is nodding here. He's behind the chat, but James is like, yeah. Panda, virtual, you like it?
For a short, absolutely. Sorry, I'm eye hawking H-bar. Virtual, okay, yeah, so we're gonna short that, aren't we?
So yes, okay. So I got a lot to talk about here, and we've obviously got. You're going to get a lot of stuff here today. Okay, so let's just talk to the guys. You're going to get a lot of stuff here. Those of you that are new watching this is a live trading DGen show. Some of these trades might only play out over a few hours. Some of them might take a little bit of time before they hit the zones that we're talking about and things like that. All I can suggest is if you get, say, 10 charts from us today, don't take 10 setups on 20, 30x leverage. Just pick the favorites, pick the tokens that resonate with you, and have a go with some of these and have a bit of fun here with us as we go along. Okay, let's get the boys back. Here we go. Okay, let's get Jay. Get the muscles up here. Get the muscles up there. There's the muscles. Okay, let's go. Let's talk. Let's quickly talk possible shorts. Okay, so I want to talk about the 4-hour RSI heat map. We're going to cover that now. We're going to just update things, but there might be some urgent plays here. So let's talk about this thing. This thing was an absolute banger. I mean, I cannot express the bangability on this fucking trade. I mean, I did say let's long the top, but I wasn't expecting an extreme blowout of. I mean, look where my TP was. It was like that was nice, 10%. Look at this fucking thing.
How much did you leave running?
59%.
You went to a new trading range, literally. You went to a new trading range.
So I've been like shoveling out of this virtual. I've taken $6,600 out of the trade. I got $2,500 in profit left, and I've still got 7,000 long here in total. Okay, what I've done now, so I've been laddering out. I mean, I've been just cutting. So we're banking profits here, and now virtual has moved into a big area here that I'm going to take you guys through. And I think it's time to start flirting at the very least, okay, with Brew 99, 900. Bloody hell. I think it's time to start flirting with a little bit of short action. Okay, so I mean, that was beautiful, guys, but again, that was now a trade from 2 days ago. We longed the top, and like we longed the top of 𝗬𝗨, and we got stopped out. Okay, so eventually I actually took the knock there on 𝗬𝗨, but we longed the top on virtual, and that thing absolutely exploded. So look, obviously it becomes a bit of a lottery, some of these things, but lovely move. Definitely not going to complain. Now, what do we do when you get James, Panda, Dylan, likable guys? Thank you, sir. If you like the likable guys, hit the like, and you know what to do, guys. Geez, what a lovely man. Come join us in Chart Hackers. Wait to see the community in there. Now, virtual on the daily. So what I like to do when there's been a monster pump in the markets on whatever the token, I like to pull out some high confluence macro levels. And for me, a 200-day MA is a banger, a macro 0.5 fibs a banger. And when you tie it into horizontals like big daily levels and things like that, you start formulating a picture of where these things should possibly reject. So if it's time, virtual TP wise, you can see this is a monster area now for me. I started taking profits earlier this morning. I dropped to the chart hackers. I said that region over there was a possible reversal zone there for virtual. It didn't care. It's exploded through. Now it's moving into the next big area. So this is for me a short zone here. This is for me a very strong TP area here. So if you haven't been taking profits on virtual, it's probably time to just be nibbling a little bit here. And now obviously you can get to a situation where people might be trying to short and things like that. So you might get one final little push up or one final little squeeze, and then we might see something like this playing out on virtual. But in terms of the long and the maximum size long, you can see I'm like 80% out of that thing now. And I really think it's time that this thing could be starting to cool off. So in terms of shorts, let's actually see this order block here quickly. You can look at that. We got a bearish order block here. We got a 200-day MA. I got a 0.5. I got the horizontals. There's a lot talking to us here in terms of reversals. That's obviously the daily, so that takes a bit longer. But let's take a look at something like the 4-hour oscillator, for example. And you can see this thing is getting a little bit cooked here at the moment on the 4, and only 100x short on virtual. Yeah, to be safe. And then we're printing a lot of divergence here on the 2-hour, for example. Okay, so this thing is getting exhausted. Panda his eyes might be lighting up, because I know Panda likes a little squeeze through a big resistance zone, but that's maybe a discussion for later on. But in terms of a calm short area, guys, this is it for me. Okay, so zones, anything from say 138 into about 147 looks fairly decent if you want to give this one a bit of a crack. Okay, so exit plans. Where can you exit if you feel this is going to go wrong? You're going to look for a candle close above this 149 region. If you get candles closing above that area, that might start telling you that things could start grinding a little bit higher. And then you're going to be starting to track areas up there, like 195, like 180, and it can really squeeze. Okay, so don't hang on too long to these types of things. Ideally, just ladder into that region. And again, you can always add on momentum once it starts rolling over. And 𝗀𝗨𝗪 says, let's do some dumb shit. I'm keen. I'm totally keen. Are we long in the top of something yet, boys?
Dumb shit. I can pull up 𝗏. Let me share. And also,
let's do some dumb shit quickly, and then I've got another victim for us for just now. We're working on it. You see this little fucker over here?
Oish.
What is that?
It's something called bid, but it's coming.
Bid.
And this is going to be our next victim. Okay, we're going to teach you guys. We're going to teach you guys how to do it. Okay, Panda, are we longing tops of things? And SquarePad says long AVAX. Jay, when last did you look at AVAX, bro?
I was literally about to talk about AVAX right after this, because it's also in a. It looks like it's about to pop. But 𝗏, so keep it very short and simple. A lot of these tokens are chasing previous week highs. I'm seeing a lot of the popcorn effects. They go to previous months and previous week's highs, and then they drop. 𝗏 looks like it's ready to go. It's showing a lot of strength. There's an entry possibly, like right now, just a little bit down at 0.17, flat, 0.17, and a hard stop loss at 0.165. and keeping it very tight, because if I'm on the 2 hour, I'm taking the bet that this VWAP is going to hold, and we claimed it, and we're going to pop out of this range right here. So that's why I'm keeping it a little bit tight and not going for a swing and having like a 5% stop loss. So this is like a little bit of a risky bid, a risky bet, but it's showing that it wants to go.
I like it when you always say bet, bro.
Yeah, bet, because like, yeah, I like to say bet versus like higher conviction, you know.
But you're making it sound like we're gambling here with leverage trading.
No, but it's
Is it not gambling?
Safe-ish bet, you know. and in the Discord and the community, they know when I say bet, that means dumb shit. I'm just being professional about it.
I can't believe you're making it sound like leverage trading is gambling. I'm sorry. Okay.
I mean, would you like me to say this is dumb shit? Let's do dumb shit.
It's like doing dumb shit in a tuxedo. You know, fancy dumb shit.
Yeah.
With fancy phrases. Okay, we can say things
this is
like
a conservative dumb shit setup.
Let's go. So am I buying this now? Am I long now?
0.17 flat, because it's gonna come here. It's most likely gonna reject, come back down, and then our trigger is if this VWAP holds. But I don't want to complicate things by saying triggers and all of that. So I'm saying just wait for the pullback.
Okay, so I'm setting a long here at
0.17.
0.17. Okay, I'm doing this on Blowfin here. 0.17. Okay, I need a nice pumper here on this Blowfin. Okay,
this could be like a little grinder into Sunday, and then you got 0.18 and then a moonshot 0.19 as TPs.
Okay, so guys, I fired this one up on Blowfin here. Now, Jay was actually saying before we went live, Jay was like he's looking at AIXBT. Now, I've just seen a comment about someone. Right off.
It's literally like done 19% in.
Oh fuck.
Okay, well let's see.
That's along the top.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck. Let's take a look. It's
rocketing. Yeah.
Any other agents ready to go
this
then?
is a casualty of virtual, so the rotation.
I was gonna say you did very good on virtual, so
how about
you can do a lot of dumb shit.
Fartcoin, boys and girls.
You're right. Other agents.
Yeah. So there must be those. What is the other one, James? I think it's Griffin, right?
Griffin,
AI16Z.
AI16Z. Yeah.
It just rejected hard though.
So AIXBT, guys, is literally going now like crazy.
Now.
Oh,
So we did give this one into the chart hackers about 2.5 hours ago.
Okay, nice.
So I mean, the boys, they did get it in the J and Panda section. So it is rocketing, but I mean, for the live trading right now, guys, you are basically long in the top of a guard candle on an 6 hour now. But yeah, that's a 20% move.
Do it.
For me, this is the rejection zone right at the top here. And I do think it will get there all the way to full TP.
So let me suggest something here. What do you guys think about Fartcoin that hasn't moved as an AI agent play? So we've had AI16Z, AIXBT, Virtuals, Griffin. Do you think Fartcoin's worth a look?
Yeah, we can look at. I haven't traded Fartcoin in such a long time
because it hasn't exploded
out of
yet.
this cluster. Wow.
Jay, pull it up there for us. Let's see what you got.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
On the 4 hour, you'll see. Fart is an AI?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Fartcoin is an AI agent.
Really? I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure it is. James, it is, right?
Yeah, it is.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Oh, nice. So it actually has taken the previous week low. So we have a nice target, previous week high. Very simple.
Yep.
And now we swept the liquidity from the lows. Yeah, I mean, pretty good to take it all the way back to the highs. I mean, what is the risk on this though now? Oh, 10%. Yeah, let's get a degen entry.
I mean,
under the weekly open, maybe?
Sure.
I'm prepared to have a little nibble.
You're prepared to have a little nibble.
I'm prepared to have a nibble.
Yeah, I mean, I like that it has this deviation back into range. So this is very, I like this part. So for me, that's nice. It is coming towards the previous day high. So for this move, what I would like to see here is the small push up, slight rejection, and then holding the shelf somewhere around here, exactly like Panda said, maybe on that weekly open, guys. There's a great shelf here. This will be probably a 382 as well. And then we can trade up towards a little bit higher. But I mean, I don't really like to long on the previous day high of the weekend. And then we can trade to 47 cents on this. So
oh
looking
my
at this
God.
now.
Sorry to interrupt. Did you take AIXBT just now?
AIXBT, yeah, sure. Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, okay. Sorry to cut you off because I thought you were saying that you're about to take it because it's going. It's doing another 5%.
Oh, it's flying in right now.
We're in it long. I gave it to the chart hackers about 2.5 hours ago. So, but I mean, for the live trading, it's pumping already crazy.
Yeah, guys, it's too much risk. Like, I mean, we joke about doing dumb shit, but like, you know, it'll just
That's
be
really
like,
dumb shit.
that's risk, because if you're trading like high leverage, and I'm saying anything above like even 8x, if you even get a short-term rejection candle and they still pump it back, that short-term rejection candle can literally liquidate you, and then it can still go up. So once you see these things explode, rather just move on, go and look for the next one. Okay, it's just, remember, there's so many tokens here that we can play with. So you can see what we're trying to do here. We're hunting ones that haven't exploded just yet. We're trying to sort of manage risk here as much as possible. Okay, as much fun as we're trying to have, we've got to be smart about these things. So are we waiting for a dip on this fart, or are we pushing buttons here? Should we get a little entry?
I mean, we haven't taken a live trade yet. I mean, that's why the people are here, right? So I mean, let's give the people what they want.
We got virtual. We got the virtual short. Okay, so we locked in one.
Nice.
Okay, we locked in one.
Okay, we got locked in one. Cool.
So let's go.
So, I mean, let's do a half a position on fart, and then another half a position a little bit lower, right? So on the weekly open. I mean, if it starts to fall underneath here, then I'm not really interested in trading that fart anyway. I wouldn't want to carry it down. So that will be a very easy invalidation for us, under about a 1.5% stop under the weekly open, guys. You know, we don't really want to be trading there anyway, because we are at the previous day high and then trading towards the previous week high. That will be a great target for us. It is a monster move, and I'm not entirely sure it will get there, but my first TP then definitely will be the previous week mid, which will come back up to this pivot high, and then this will be a reversal 0.5 fib, reverse Fibonomics, as DJ and Dave always likes to say. So the entry, guys, now half position, and then another half position will be on 37.44 on Altcoin.
Okay, that's nice. Okay, that's a nice little. Okay, so guys, just go small. Don't ape now. Don't ape hard now. Remember, once Altcoin has momentum, then you can always add to this thing. Okay, so don't go full clip here out the gate. You go small and assume that it's going to come down. Make that assumption that you're going to bleed. So make sure you have the correct sizing based on that. Okay, and I've got another order 3744. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to do this one on WEX. Okay, so here's the situation. There's the order long in the top of that horizontal. Look at that. So anticipation is, if it does start running, okay, then you're looking for that little pop and maybe like that little drop to the back. Or alternatively, if we reject here, we've still got another order over there. We're going to look for that bounce lower down. Okay, so you got a little bit in now, and if it drops lower, you're going to have a bigger size there, 3744. Okay, so that's nice. Okay, in Griffin trade, up 14%. My God, it's funny, like it's happened so quickly.
Here's the narrative. Okay, so we know the narrative for the weekend.
Yeah, the agents are running with
literally. That's it. Go for it.
What else was it, James? It was Griffin, AIXBT, AI16Z was the last one. There was one more, wasn't there?
𝗲𝗏𝗏's another one. I don't know. I saw people saying it died this past week. I'm not sure what it's doing, but that's another
Griffin
one.
Griffin is breaking out as well. Wow, another 1 hour.
Griffin was a big candle, though. The low time frame candle was huge.
4-hour candle, yeah, it's big. What is the risk?
I'm looking for some other plays. Oh, the 𝗲𝗏𝗏 is about to start taking off as well on the 2 hour.
It got hammered last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we long this 𝗲𝗏𝗏 candle. Shall we long this 𝗲𝗏𝗏? Look at this.
I can't. We don't see your chart.
Right there. I'm adding it there.
Coming.
There's a little 2 hour candle. So if you guys want to long, it's a 1 hour. If you guys want to long these breakout candles, like some of the safest ways you can do it is just, you can use your stop below that low on that candle. Okay, so that's your most degen stop. Alternatively, you're just banging it out at that previous low. So you're giving yourself a little bit of a chance here. And let's see if we can catch this.
This is stupid. Oh my God, what's going on, man?
I'm going to put a stop under that candle. So you trade appropriate size. Jesus, there this thing goes. Okay.
We need to now.
Long everything.
Gotta go now. It's already too late. Okay, so when
0.0395 is the resistance.
Okay, so you go 1 hour candle. Okay, It's like we're late. Okay.
Achieve so fast.
No, man, this is so
Everybody in the chat's front running us.
Slipping out of our hands, literally, dude.
Okay, I'm going to put a stop at the safest stop you can get, 00344. Okay, 00344 is the safest stop you can get. Okay?
It's these DJs in the chat, so they keep front running us.
They hear us say something, boom, market button.
Yeah. Guys, chill out. Let us get entries too.
Okay, that's the best. That's the best I can do. Okay, you see that candle rips so hard. Look how much risk there is now. If this thing drops, it's like big risk, guys. So you go super small size. You don't want to be in a situation where, like, it's all fun and games buying the top and having a laugh about it, but like, if you do that 2 or 3 times and the market dips a little bit or reverses, like that's a 7-8% dip here, and you can get absolutely caned. Okay, so small position here. Look, relative size. I've gone $5,000 on this one, 5,000 on Altcoin. Relative size, and then you can see the others are bigger. 25 ETH, 30 𝗬𝗰, 26 Aster, 15 Sol. What do we got? Hyperliquid 12. I'm running out of big sizes here. 24. There's 𝗬𝗰 53. ETH 68. Okay, so like, you know, just relative size. We're going small stuff here. And 𝗏𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆𝗆
has a Grift.
Flock,
Grift was the beta to Griffin. I actually have a bunch of that dog shit in spot that I bought. It used to rip, and now it's like 0.
Please don't call it dog shit. Please don't disrespect these shit coins. Like
Here's
that.
a list for you from PMG. Look, he's got all the AI agents right here. He's always talking about them in the chats too. Yeah,
Flock.
Ava AI, that was another good one. Yeah, Flock off. Yeah, Griffin, Arc.
What? I swear you make this stuff up as you go along.
God, I love crypto. Okay, guys. So, do you guys want to learn a couple of things on this 4-hour RSI heat map casino that we keep playing on? PMG George loves to do big position, big move. Really, until you get absolutely rinsed there. Okay, let's talk shitcoin casino while we're waiting. I think we've entered enough trades for now. Let's just things settle down a little bit, and then we're going to see if there's some more action here for us. So let's talk about a little thing we've been doing lately on the show, and I've been having so much fun doing it, is tracking the 4-hour RSI heat map. And basically, the market's been so filthy that, like, you come here every day and there's always something exploding. Okay. And what I've been doing, look, AIXBT could be one of them as well. What you do is you look for these things and then you start highlighting your big macro areas and you look for some proper degen short zones. Now, yesterday was a prime example, this Pippin. What I looked at here yesterday was the 2 major macro zones that were of interest to me. And look at this thing, it pushed all the way into that upper region. So this ended up a patience trade. It ended up quite red. It ended up a lot of pressure, but the end result was a proper capitulation when this thing eventually fell over, and this thing dropped 28% from that high. Okay, another one we had was F, where I had a limit order waiting on this thing. We spoke about this, I think, on the show yesterday, and we were talking about looking for a flush out here to the upside. Now, the danger with these wicks is obviously they can go really high. So you got to go, like, look at that wick, 36%. And I was saying to the guys, I might have actually chickened out had I not been asleep when this thing went down, because I woke up this morning and it was green AF, okay, the short that it picked up. But I suspect my limit order was like up here somewhere at 30. So the trade would have been under pressure. I mean, I would have been 15% or so underwater on leverage. So not a pleasant look. But then once these things fall over, look at the size of that move, okay, 37% from the high. So the strategy here is very small position, very, very wide stop. You got to give this stuff lots of room to breathe. And this is what's typically happening when these things start banging into these big macro regions. Another one of these is nil. Now, this thing's been consolidating for a few days, so it's no longer featuring on the heat map, but you can see that also rejected off one of 2 major areas. So now let's talk about bid, because this might be our next victim. Okay, nice to wake up to see F call. Yes, sir. Okay, thank you, John. John, obviously, did we set that live, John? I think we did.
Yeah.
You must have known about it. Okay, nice. Okay, so same with me, John. There was an absolute banger. bid. Look at this thing. Look at this monster zone here, 74 to 77. Why is this an interesting area? Well, number one, we've got tons of 12-hour and daily support and resistance over here. Look at that. That is a monster area. Then on top of that, I've got the 200-day MA, which we know on its own acts as support and resistance. 50-day MA, same story. 100-day MA, same story. And then on top of that, I've got this big order block sitting over here. So that becomes a high confidence area in terms of a possible rejection. Now, what could happen to this thing, for example, is it can absolutely explode through this region and then dump. And you're going to probably see some kind of wick through the upside, and ultimately the candle actually closes underneath that and starts dropping back down. Okay, H was a rough one. H was a rough one. We actually need to look and see where that one ended up. What are these things, F and H? What is the story? I see Brian got it as well. Okay, nice guys, but I mean, you need balls of steel. Okay, if you wanna ride a 15% wick, you gotta go small. You gotta go small. You need to be a little bit mentally disturbed as well, which I suppose anyone watching the show on a Saturday leverage trading might be. Okay, so I mean that makes sense. We're one of us. Okay, so here's your possible short here on this bid. You're going to look for something in this region between 74 and 77, something like that. There we go. And you can see this whole region is about 7%. So you've got to give it breathing room. And what you can do is you're going to look for that big wick rejection. Okay, at some point, you know, one or two of these might fail. Okay, just remember that one or two of these might put you under extreme pressure. So if you are new to this type of thing, what I suggest is try and focus on an isolated position, but do it on like really low leverage. I'm talking like 2x, 3x, and make sure it's a nice small size. And in case it goes against you, it's only going to liquidate the isolated position. It's not going to wipe out your entire trading account. Remember, if you're playing this game and your size is too big and it wicks up 30%, you're going to get rinsed. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. Ape was a nice short. Did it hit our zone? Because I just actually canceled my limit sell order on Ape. We spoke about this one yesterday. Did it hit our zone, James?
I don't know. I didn't. Well, I think I did set an alarm. I didn't get one. So it must not have. Maybe somebody went in early.
Someone front ran the area. Okay, maybe someone front ran. Well done to you. Okay, so there you go. There's a little lecture on how to trade the 4-hour RSI heat map casino. And you saw in the chat some of the guys enjoying it. Guys, just be super careful with these things. Obviously, it is a lot of fun. Did I miss AVAX? Says Salmon. No, you haven't. And I know Jay is talking about Giggle as well.
Did this thing do 158% or something in a day? Is that right, Jay?
Hey, it did over 180%. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Holy shit.
It was good. Yeah, it was good.
Small move.
Well, which one? Who wants to talk about Giggle? Who wants to talk about AVAX? Boys?
I can look into AVAX. I was looking at it just now.
Giggle trade is done for now, unfortunately. I'm not going to get them to short it again. But I have Neo Protocol. I have the CRO. I think it's called CRO. CRO. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. And Aerodrome and Say. Ape didn't hit the zone, but it does. It did have a little impulse candle down. Maybe it's not going to go that high. Maybe we might have to short it.
I've actually just cancelled before we went live. I actually cancelled my limit short.
We were speaking about it after the show on Friday with DJ and Dave, because if you see this beautiful undercarriage here, I mean, look at that, wick to wick. I mean, you can't get more divine than that.
Romeo and Juliet.
I mean, yeah, Romeo and Juliet every time. So I mean, here, if there's a beautiful,
take me through a Romeo and Juliet. What is this?
the kiss of death.
It's called the kiss of death, right? So I mean, here is Romeo over here. And Juliet comes along, and then she kisses Romeo here, and then she runs away.
Yeah,
I mean, he didn't get any action.
I suppose that's a good way to explain it.
Yeah, so I mean, Juliet, she's a bit naughty. Kiss of death, hits you straight on the wick to wick, and it's like a pattern. Like this market always has no inefficiencies in it, and it always will come back wick to wick. Put your limit order there, and then you get an amazing short, right, or a long entry. So. For me, this is like one of the best forms of support and resistance, and this is actually something that you teach in your accelerator course, the undercarriage. So, I mean, it's really so simple. I mean, you can't make trading any more simple than that.
Very nice, very nice. So there's a fresh entry here on 8 that we're looking at here. What is that?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really. One of the members asked me about 20 minutes before we went on the show, like, what must you do about this 8 position? I said, well, if it does bounce back into a lower high over here, into this fair value gap and into the 0.5 fib market structure shift to the downside, then I will attempt a short. So the short entry for Ape, guys, if you're looking for something degen, I'm not actually sure why this ran like this, because it hasn't moved in such a long time. Yeah, it's proper. So I'm not sure why it pumped.
There was news on Ape. It came up
really?
during the show yesterday when Dave was on.
Yeah.
There was an Ape conference or something. Yeah.
Okay. So if it is here and it does reject from the 0.5, guys, 4672, I'll be interested in that, straight into that fair value gap. Lower high, undercarriage, wick fill, send it back to hell. Let's just give you a stop loss, as always.
There it is. 8 best in Vegas. That's what it is.
Okay. A 3% stop loss, guys, if you're really interested. And then basically to fill all of this imbalance, right? All the way back to Romeo and Juliet at the bottom, right? To 40 cents. That would be a good short.
Okay. Nice. Let's go to Panda's AVAX. Let's see what we got there. I haven't paid attention to AVAX in a while. It kind of just got like AVAX, Injective, those things. I just stopped paying attention. Are they still relevant?
I've been paying attention to the AVAXs and the Injectives and the renders and stuff, because with this reset that just happened, and if we're getting a push, most likely once some of the narratives calm down, the grandpa tokens are going to come back into full effect, like your Injectives and everything, and that's going to move. So as of now, the AVAX, it's not looking very promising, to be honest with you. It's under the weekly open. It swept previous week lows, but it's just sitting there consolidating. It is getting to a point where a decision needs to be made. It's sitting under this VWAP for some time now on a couple of 4-hour candles. So yeah, as of now, this would be one of those slow cookers if anyone is interested in taking this trade. I don't see a trade right now, like an urgent one, but you're sitting at a 6% invalidation if anyone is taking this. As long as we don't close under previous week low, there could be a long opportunity here to take it to previous week mid or even the previous month low.
How's that comment? How's that comment?
Bunch of weird nerds hanging out in Vegas. Ape does a flaccid pump. There's your October, lads.
Yeah, so for whoever's asking about AVAX, if I were to enter this, I would wait on any pullbacks. As long as we're holding these lows and this counts as a proper deviation back into this range and move onwards, then I would just be kind of just building a position here in anticipation that things would move. And I can play this to previous month low. So yeah, anywhere down 19.1, something you can nibble on. And then you get a 2-hour close under 18.38, your trade is invalidated.
You mean rinsed?
Invalidated because it's not a big, it's okay, it's a 5%er. So,
guys, remember what invalidated is. Okay, invalidated is when you fucked it up and you get absolutely rinsed, and you try and put it nicely that your trade didn't work out, but you fucked it up,
your
right?
Bet. Your educated bet did not go well.
Your bet, okay. Your bet.
It's all about coping here, man. It's all about coping when you lose.
But we'll call it invalidated.
Have you been singing today, Panda? You're sounding awfully hoarse.
Yeah. I just finished.
Surprised Dave hasn't jumped on the show. Chasing you down. You're sounding so hoarse.
Yeah, I just finished yelling at people for like 3 hours.
Okay.
Fuck, that's funny. Okay, so there's AVAX, and I think, guys, let's look at. I'm sure some of you want to see Sol and ETH and just sort of see where we are. I mean, those have been pretty shy over the last couple of days. So I'm still in that Sol short. I got an ETH short running as well, and Sui, even one of them, could be nice cover if things start rolling over. So Evil on Dora, okay, the indicators are live, so you can go into the show description. Okay, you go into the show description, guys. You can now buy the indicators directly on the show, but here's the kicker. Okay, so you go into the show description, you click on more, okay, and you're going to find the indicators. No, don't fucking lie. Indicators are going to miraculously appear in the show fucking description. Okay, I mean, don't fucking lie. Okay, so if you're a member of Chart Hackers, you can get this indicator that is $69. If you're a member of Chart Hackers, you can get the indicator for $49 in the Chart Hackers Discord. Okay, so there are links in there. If you're a Chart Hackers member, it's yours for $49. Go in and grab the stuff. If you want it on the show, you're going to see miraculously it's going to appear probably within the next 20 minutes. Okay, it's going to just appear under the show description. Okay, so that is where you can find the stuff. Remember, everything I talk about, guys, is in the show description. Okay, there's the accelerator course, there's the Chart Hackers Discord, here's 𝗬𝗡𝗋 we're doing the DGen trading on, there's 𝗏𝗏𝗏 we're doing the DGen trading on here as well. Everything we talk about, even BitFunded here, if you want to get into prop funded trading and basically trade with other people's money, it's here. Okay, so just go in there and grab that thing. You guys can't see the link for the indicators in there, can you? No. Okay, we're going to miraculously make them appear in a couple of minutes. Now let's talk about Sol and ETH and Sui and things like that. Okay, let's go. Here's Sol. So we covered this one. Clanker. What the fuck is
people
Clanker?
are talking about this in the chat. Clanker, saying, "What the fuck is this thing skyrocketing?" Clanker, I guess. I don't know what the hell.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay. It's like if these tokens come. Oh my god, if these tokens come out of nowhere. And, oh my god, it just pumped like 70%, dude.
Long the top.
The short that, dude.
We can short these things. We just like
Yes.
you kind of want to like. Guys, just remember the easiest ones to short are the ones with a lot more information. So you want to see the charts. Like, let's see if we've got like just spot with like deeper history. You want to find the ones with nice big areas that you can look. You want the history where you've got like, you've got multiple candles here and levels that you can play with. You want to be able to pull fibs from these highs to the lows. You want to find those confluence areas where you can get rejection. So when I see something like Clanker, I get a little bit edgy. It's the information isn't that clean at the moment, but in terms of major levels, if you want to play, dangerous games, there's one. And there's one. And you typically, if you want to short these things, you look for that deviation. You look for that fake out to the upside. That is typically the money shot. Okay, you're looking for those little pumps through where they're grabbing the stops and then they are dropping it down. Okay, so look for those type of plays. Clanker, this thing could easily go to 150 here. That's another 40% pump. But be that as it may. Okay, we're getting digressed here. Let's not digress too hard. Okay, let's go Sol. Let's go Sol on the 2 hour. Let's just break down where we are. Now, Sol's been pretty quiet relative to, say, virtual. And over the last 2 days, I was saying this could be a good short zone. And that is why I'm sitting in the short at the moment, because nothing has actually changed for me in terms of Sol. You can see these candles are really struggling to close above that region. Okay, so no reason for me to exit the short. Okay, for me, like if the market turns bearish, I've got great cover now. Look at this. The 2 hour on Sol is starting to roll over, and this looks nice for me. Once you start losing that level on the oscillator, this thing's going to drop down into that zone, and then you look for the reversal on what I would like to see fairly good support. So in terms of what we're looking at here, so for me, short Sol at the moment. And in terms of zones, well, we can start with our bull zone. Here it is. And the bull zone is the 382 and the 0.5 region with the VWAP. So not to complicate matters here, let's just do that. And you can see the current bull zone for Sol, for me, is 189 to about 186. Okay, so anywhere in that area, there looks like there might still be signs of life here for Sol. Okay, if we start closing under those zones, then yes, sure, we look for the 618 bounce, we look for the 786 bounce. But in terms of things I'm looking for, if I want to print a new high, I typically want to hold the bull zone, which is that region over there. Once we start hitting 618s, we start looking at like a lower high rejection. So you might see something like that, for example, if we drop a little bit lower and hit that 618, things like that. Okay, so that's the bull zone, 189 to 186. Play around in that area. If you start dropping into that zone and you see this oscillator over here at at the lows, you're going to look for some kind of bounce there, and you're going to try and tie that one in. Okay, so Sol looks okay there. And in terms of upside resistance, if I go now and get rinsed in my short and the market explodes, what are we looking at? Where are the big zones? So you can see this 203. I was talking about this one yesterday, and that is probably the next feasible area. So if we blow through 197, you're probably going to look to sniff around this 203 zone on Solana. Okay, that is going to be your next resistance play there for you. And then in terms of ETH, these things are looking very similar. And, ETH, I was speaking about the 618 yesterday on ETH, and if we were going to go lower, but you can see it's held that bull zone there. It's dropped into that 0.5 and gave the reaction. Look at that. Here's your VWAP as well. Just bringing up support there for ETH. Okay, so no changes here on ETH in terms of like, are we still bullish on this thing? Yes, as long as we're holding that region, we can start, we can play the game. And once we start losing it, then we have a different discussion. And then same story to the upside. It looks very similar to Bitcoin. So what you can do is you can track Bitcoin at resistance, for example, and then you can map out ETH. And you can see they're very similar stories here. And we've got a little push up that's going to give us a beautiful rejection zone on BTC. And you can see with ETH, it's pretty much the same thing. If we get a little squeeze now in the market, that Bitcoin rejection at 113 to 114 could be something like an ETH rejection at 4,060, 4,020, somewhere in that area. And I've highlighted here, there's order block confluence in that zone as well, guys. So possible rejection area there makes a lot of sense. So to summarize, ETH support 3866. Let's see if we can hold that. Resistance 4,070, 4,020, that type of region. Okay. And John says pump yesterday's when entry still valid. So I've adjusted it, sir, a little bit. Okay. We've moved it up. So I'm tracking the bull zone here. And so here's your when entry. Okay, you can see it is trying to bleed down a little bit for us. So nothing has really changed other than we've just shifted this up. You can see as that VWAP starts moving higher, we're just bringing our fibs up as well, and we're just adjusting these zones. So what we can see here at the moment is we're getting pretty close on the 1 hour to some kind of bottoming out. Let's just confirm where we are on the 2. And the 2's got a long way to go. Okay, so that's bothering me a little bit. That 2 looks like we need a little bit more time, for the full move. Okay, so that 1 hour is close, but the 2 looks like it's got a bit of work to do. So I would say just be patient. If you're sitting in a couple of trades already, no reason to rush this thing. I would say let it come to you, and if it doesn't, there'll be another setup or whatever. So just let things play out. But that looks good to me for pump, and we're looking at 3,888 down to 382. That still looks like a nice area there for me. And let's see if we've got some order blocks here. Let's just look on some lower time frames. Yeah, there's a nice order block just above that stop loss. So you're going to have to monitor how things go here. But I like that area, 3,888, just to down that low, 382. Play that zone. Okay, it's relatively small risk as well, 1.7%, give or take, and see what happens there. And what happens on weekends stays on weekends. PMG George, you couldn't phrase that any better, sir. And we must never carry over our wins into Monday, because then I think we get burnt a lot of the time. So make sure you get a pumping market on a weekend. Enjoy it. Take something out. Take profit all the time. Yes, sir. Send us somewhere.
Say possibly a little cheeky move happening.
Well, there's your chart. I'm ready to push buttons. You just tell me when. You just tell me what and when.
I'm just trying to, there could be a trade right now. I'm actually going to long this with a very tight stop loss.
Well, it seems like I longed the Pico top of Zerebro so far. Let's see if we can get some more action.
Because I don't want you to win entry me, but so here's the entry, 0.196.
Okay, so this is
with a very tight stop loss, 0.193. The reason why is Say has been sitting in this block, and I like how it's sitting on top of a view up, consolidating, absorbing all the sell pressure. So it tells me that it wants to claim this level and go. So if I were to put a tight stop loss, I'm not going to count this deviation, because my bet says that this is a deviation, this is a claim confirmed, and any pullbacks we should hold the weekly open, and we're not going to come back to test this deviation for the time being. So that's my rationale behind the tight stop loss. And am
I market longing Say?
How far is this from?
Well, because I'm looking at the H bar is also starting to break out here. I mean, are we going to get our entry?
And I was going to say with H bar, like we might want to reduce leverage and widen the stop loss. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. So you're about 1.5% away from entry. You can market buy now. That's exactly what I'm going to do.
I fell over my Mac and bought 8 bar.
I hate when that happens. Yeah. I hate every single time, man.
Yeah, no, I just longed the top of 8 bar by accident. God, I hate it when I make these mistakes. Okay.
So yeah, you got
that's cool.
Say.
Who says XRP is king?
Who doesn't?
Who says XRP is king? What is going on here? What is this for? What is this for? Speaking of which, let's try and short XRP like properly. Who wants to short XRP?
Banned.
Silence. Either laughter or silence.
XRP? This is going to be my second attempt. So XRP, I was short yesterday, started pumping up. I started scalping along there. I exited both of them, and then I banged out the chart here, and we had such a big zone. I was like, no, this is like, I'm not going to let XRP get away with this. This still. Okay. Are you pulling it out there? Is this Jay's chart? Is this your chart? Whose chart? Whose XRP chart?
Oh my God, that's a blind short right there, isn't it?
Excuse me?
I forgot he was. I forgot.
Zemi says XRP is going places.
$10 tonight.
Jeez.
There's some bullish news on it, though.
There is a lot of news on it, yeah.
Is there?
They've just bought a whole bunch of different companies that's getting them into the treasury markets and all sorts of things and access to TradFi. And yeah, they bought up a whole bunch of things, and the CEO's out bull posting on X and all the rest of it. That's why it's pushing right now.
Wow. Well, it's doing. I never thought I would live to see the day where XRP does 4% candles casually. Like usually used to be like 0.5 or like 1.5%.
Usually
we used to like
a mover does nothing. This is big for XRP, yeah.
But I mean, look at this, man. Double top 200. This is and it really respects levels, right? So even if it like what
they're also building the new ballroom at the Trump ballroom at the White House. So.
And Andreas, bro, you're 100% right. I told you, I make a sport out of shorting XRP, bro. This is like, it's a fucking side hobby of mine.
I think you need to make like a side course, the accelerator and the XRP shorter.
Sport. We'll call it the sport. You know what we should do? A separate channel just dedicated to shorting XRP.
Just to shorting XRP.
Like a full-on YouTube channel that's like XRP short of the day. Fuck me, that thing will fly.
With no commentary, yeah? It's just someone on a chart just charting how to short XRP.
Dude, you think I'm joking?
Just someone going like this, like that.
The daily XRP short.
The daily dose.
Your daily short. I'm so in. Are
we going to do this or am I going to do this?
You want a channel dedicated to shorting XRP.
XRP Short Club. There you go.
Short men only. Okay. Short men only. Okay. We're just going to short it all day. Okay. Yeah, so are we not looking at XRP anymore? Do you want to see why I'm trying to short it again?
Oh my God, yes. Like this is the beginning of your deviation right here.
Let me show you guys something fun. Jay, can't you hunt us something else there as well? Something filthy here. We can send them off for the rest of their weekend with something disgusting. They're going to
COAI is pumping.
Which one?
COAI.
COAI. Wow, Jay, maybe look at that.
Yeah, just keep.
See if you can find something dirty for us. Okay, here's my dirty XRP. Okay, so I mean, I don't know. Maybe I like it. James's reaction when I'm shorting XRP.
I think that's it. You just like.
I just like it. Okay, so this was the setup I gave yesterday. Okay, that was the one yesterday. So yesterday on the show, I was saying, listen, guys, this thing actually could pump a little bit more. Obviously, it's going to put me under pressure. That is the zone. Okay, so we identified this big zone here for XRP yesterday. So in terms of yesterday's setup, like this is it. This is the setup, guys. Now, what do we want to identify? We know that XRP is getting a little bit cooked at the moment. Now, I haven't heard any of the news because I couldn't give a fuck about anything about XRP other than trying to short it. So I couldn't even tell you what the news is on XRP at the moment. So there might be something interesting out there that is driving it. But what I'm watching here at the moment on the 2 hour, you can see we're printing divergence. And, you know, the divergence might be failing, but eventually this thing's going to roll over again and it's going to print more divergence. Now, what typically happens with these divergence prints is every time you print a new divergence, you move one level higher on XRP, okay, or on any token. So is this thing going to fall over? Can it fall over? I think if it carries on pumping this weekend, you've got another maximum move of about 7 to 8% left on this thing before it rolls over quite hard. Areas of interest for me, okay, number one is the zone we're in right now. You can see why. That's the previous high on the 13th of October, 200-day MA, rejection zone, resistance zone, divergence on the oscillator. Okay, so we can tick that box. We know that. Then you've got your next danger zone. Look at that little undercarriage here at 269. That could be a monster rejection area there. And then I've got this banger over here at 276, which is the 50-day MA. And it's that mini undercarriage. Look at that over there. And you can see that area makes a lot of sense here for a possible rejection on XRP. So if you want to play the game, these are the zones. Okay, this is zone 1. Then if they do push you a little bit higher, you've got your second area. Or alternatively, if you like hate XRP, you can just go small little position here and just ladder in and play this game, because at some point we're going to see something like that. I would anticipate, you know, unless there's some groundbreaking market changes here over the next couple of days, that's potentially what is going to play out for me on XRP. Okay, so there's the summary. There's the long fucking version of why we want to send it to zero. But in short, it's because we just have so much fun doing it. I think that's really... I don't know.
You win entry any token. You cut it short, except for XRP. You take the time to explain why it's gonna go
for so long. Okay, we got to make them burn. Okay, they got to know. Okay, look at James fucking love
It's like when you were telling James about the conspiracy, and then you just went off explaining.
Everything stops for XRP, bro. Like, you know the rules. Okay, I told you we're gonna have a channel for this thing. Fucking full on dedicated channel. Yeah,
it's personal.
Oh, this virtual is going to squeeze a little bit. Yeah, guys, this virtual play is still on for me. Okay, this is still the big first zone. Okay, like it's still playing this thing. 1489, close above that. Okay, that's probably then it's going to push a bit higher. Next big zone is going to be that 186, 180, 190, those types of levels. Okay, XRP abuse is on the chat.
John K, I know, is a big bag holder too. You're hurting his feelings.
Let's see what else we got here. How's the COAI, Jay? What are we looking at there?
It's like a beautiful Macca's pattern on it. I know we missed the big short. We missed the big short on it. Monster short.
What's that on?
This thing is
COAI. Yeah. But the open interest is on 2.
Whoa. Ooh, look at that.
So this is the highest open interest I've ever seen on a token before. It's higher than Bitcoin.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've never seen a token so it's crazy. So I don't know how they're able to move this like this, but yeah, certainly I'm not going to be trading this because last time I traded this, I opened up $1,000 position and they charged me like $200 in fees. So
what?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so we're not doing anything with this thing. We're just calling it Macca's.
It was really, I mean, we tried to short the top here. We actually got into the short. They wicked us out. Maybe it was a few weeks ago, maybe last week. And then they like sent it down. Then we got into another short and it was just killing us in the fees, holding the trade, especially overnight. And then you can see the manipulation. Yeah, it's just too much. This is a monster short. It looks small, but this is like 65% candles. So for me, I'm not going to trade that one. But I was looking at XLM because I saw that you were speaking about, the 200-day. If this thing does break, I can see us going a little bit high on XLM. I might chart this out for the chart hackers if we have looking at a breakout. But I do have a really, really good trade on Near Protocol that I'm going to show you guys.
Well, while you pull that out, I just want to answer this question. So grab 𝗫𝗍. Tanasi911, is the monthly fee on Hackers month to month? So guys, you can do it monthly, or you can do a year.
Month.
There's a 3-month crypto option
For USDT.
There's a 12-month crypto option, and there's a regular monthly option. Now, what's going to happen over the next month or so? The price of Chart Hackers is actually going to go up. It's going to go up to $149. But anybody that's already in Chart Hackers, already as an existing member, is never going to pay more than the $99 they are already paying. So it's $99 today. If you sign up today, it's $99. But come middle to the end of November, that price is going to go up. Okay, so just remember that. So if you're in Chart Hackers at $99, you're never going to pay more than $99. Okay, so rather get in now and let the guys who are coming in December, etc., they're going to be paying the $149. Obviously, there's tons of perks to being in the Chart Hackers, including a discount on the oscillator as well, and tons of offers and things like that from our sponsors and giveaways and all these types of things. So it might be in your interest to jump in before the end of November. Okay, and KD Black says, that's why I had to cut off my COA trial because, the funding, geez, like it's rough.
We should maybe look at this TAI. I know it's one that Dave has talked about before. It's an AI token that works on the Sol network, and he's charted it before and has talked about it before in Zooms and things like that. And apparently it's shitting the ceiling. Maybe way too late to long it, but maybe it's coming into a short.
Dude, just look at it. Straight candle into previous week high, previous month high, and it's dumping.
Oh, it's already dumping, is it?
It's that's a proper liquidity grab. It's already down 6%.
Oh.
Is that also an AI thing, James?
Yeah, AI on Sol.
You can get another double tap on it to the previous week high where it's at, but it's a little bit tricky to catch it right now. It's a god candle, like that AI XBT one.
So strange that this is running. That's why I'm thinking about longing NEAR, because I don't know if NEAR is still the AI thing, but it could be. I mean, looking at this, I don't know if you guys have ever really zoomed out on NEAR, how much room this thing has got to go. This is actually sitting on the macro POC of the entire chart since day one.
Oh, really?
So this is what I'm pretty keen on. This dotted line over here, which is the 707, as well as the big macro 786 on NEAR. So this is the 2.1 level. So currently I am in this trade, also on Bitfunded as well. But I would love for everyone to try to get into a layer into this into 3 trades, guys. So market buying 1, and then 2, and then another one sweeping this previous week low. So this is the NEAR trade I've got, and I think this could be a possible swing trade back up until 2.7. So it's around a 29% move on NEAR to fill this engulfing candle to the upside. Romeo and Juliet, undercarriage, and then the local POC.
The romance.
The romance, yeah.
I was feeling Epic says, do members get undie discounts? That's a very good point. And in fact, I think as of today, we'll get the codes for the Hackers guys, and all Hackers members will get discounts. I think that has to be the case. So thanks for that awesome idea. And we will implement that probably from Monday, I guess.
Nice.
You'll have a discount on all the merch. Okay, that is for sure. That is a good idea.
Well, it looks like we've got an NVIDIA conference here happening in the 27th, 28th here. So this week coming up. And that may be why we've got AI looking juicy too.
So render.
Right.
Yeah.
NEAR.
Render.
See, like we're getting all of these like little bits and pieces of information of L1's narrative, news, conference. Like this might be the next thing.
Nice.
GCR, this render. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Smashed.
look at
It's
this.
one of those, might as well long it now because it's at its bottom.
Yes. I mean, this is 2.3, guys. There's your render. Okay, 2.3. Look at Panda's frozen. Oh, there he is. Okay, 2.3. There's your render there. Okay, I mean, that's cool. Yeah, like,
And last year we were fighting over a $10 position where we were going to get an entry.
dude,
Can't believe it.
Can't believe I missed my $12 entry.
do you remember, like, did anyone in 2021, like, were you guys longing this year around 10?
Yes.
That was 24. No, when at 21 it went to, it went to like $8 in 21.
And at 24, it was going to $50. It just didn't.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. I mean, what did it peak at? 13.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah. And then we actually thought, look at that, with a Trump pump from November. How was that, eh? Lower high there.
$12 going on 0.
Boss, just you took that H bar, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
786 macro.
Sure.
Hey.
And say, did you take that?
Hey, I'm in. Say,
How
I'm in.
about moving, are
They say.
It's gearing up now.
Must I add? Are we going hard?
Easy.
Tell me,
down,
you got any
Tiger.
more than trades?
I'm keeping an eye. Like, I hope it's not the rejection. I hope it's not the deviation. If it's not, that's when we're gonna gear up. I'll update the chat and the Discord if anyone took it.
Okay. Oh, I see this Asta. This Asta still putting me under a bit of pressure there. Virtual still relatively flat. The short. Cerebro underwater. Pico top. Absolute fucking top. Yeah. Absolute top. Filecoin flat. Let's see. XRP, guys. I mean, I like that short zone. Virtual, I like that short zone. Like, if I see those things, like, I'm TPing my longs. I'm so out of this virtual, guys. I'm like, I mean, really, I'm like literally 85% out of this thing now. Yeah, ETH, I'm still holding on to a dream that ETH sends us.
What do you think about Aerodrome, sir? What do you think about Aerodrome?
Sorry, we forgot. We were supposed to look at this one. Let's see quickly.
So, I mean, it's got a bit of an 8-hour breaker structure now. If you're looking for some sort of degen entry, maybe it could be now holding this top here, basically playing a breakout trade, just like you teach in the accelerator course. Pop up and then looking for that retrace and then the continuation. This is a massive candle though on the 8 hour. So I would love to get more of a better entry, retesting the trend line and then the continuation up to around $1. And that will line up perfectly with the 50-day and the 100-day and a beautiful 707 fib here. So that's where I'm really looking to take Aerodrome. But the market seems very oddly bullish. I don't know why. For some unknown reason. But just random things are popping off here and there. But BTC is dumping and Sol is dumping and ETH is dumping. Yeah, it could be a good sign. Yeah.
We are heading into FOMC next week, right? That's Wednesday.
Sure.
So
Popcorn effect on the weekend. We are gonna be looking for shorts.
It'd be awesome if we had a dump on Asia Open and we dump into FOMC. That would be the best case scenario. That would be awesome.
Okay, boys. Shall we exit with? I mean, we've given a lot.
Yeah, there's a couple. Yeah,
there's lots and lots of options here.
All I can say is, please don't take every single trade. Okay, please, just don't do that. Okay, just don't do that. And be conservative. Remember, we've just come out of 2 weeks of chop and the biggest liquidation event in crypto history. Okay, but what we do know in front of us is we've got FOMC. That could be okay. We could get some info out of that one that could help us. And we know we got the QT situation ending. We got QE potentially starting over the next few months. So, like, don't burn yourself out when things are a little bit so-so. Let's wait for the big moves and things like that. So just, dial down the leverage, dial down the trade size, like, have a few cracks, but like also enjoy it, enjoy the process and come hang out with us in Chart Hackers. Okay. Thank you, boys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Are we doing a show tomorrow?
71%.
Okay.
Chance.
71%.
Oddly accurate.
The trading, the Banter Royale got postponed on Friday, and that is happening again at 6:30 tomorrow. So 6:30 my time. That is exactly this time right now. Yeah, that's now tomorrow. Yeah. And DJ and Dave is the defending champion, and they all going to be trading for $10,000 tomorrow night. And Maruk from the Chart Hackers Discord, she's one of our community members, and she's an absolute filthy DJ and loves a 1 minute candle, and she is coming in to trade against some of the other guys as well. So it's going to be good. It's going to be very good.
Would love to see her clean house there tomorrow. That'd be great.
I would love to see that. Okay. Thank you, boys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Cheers, everybody.
Good luck, everyone.